How well do you know the Harry Potter books? I just finished playing Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban Jeopardy on my podcast, Retold. You should check it out. But some of the questions were insanely hard, and I want to test your Harry Potter knowledge by asking you five of the questions from just one of the categories. So let me know how you do. From our category, a bit random. And so this was a catch all category that anything could have been asked. And if you've only seen the movies, you're probably not going to get these right, but you're welcome to guess along. So for 100 points, what does Ron have to do for Snape's detention after he talks back when he stands up for Hermione? So if you remember in the movie, Snape calls Hermione an insufferable know-it-all, and Ron goes, he's kind of right. Well, in the book, that doesn't happen. Ron gets mad and he talks back to Snape. What was his detention for talking back to Snape? If you said he had to scrub out bedpans in the hospital wing, well, then you got that right. Congratulations. Moving on to our next question. Name two of the Gryffindor common room passwords mentioned in the book. So that year there were quite a few that were given out by either the Fat Lady or Sir Cadogan. So if you can remember just two of the passwords, you'll get this question right. I'll give you a second to think about it. And the answers, you could have said Fortuna Major, Scurvy Cur, Odds Bodykins, or Flibberty Gibbet. All right, now moving on to your 300 level question. What type of broom does the firebolt remind Madame Hooch of? And this was the type of broom that she learned to fly on. So again, if you've seen the movie, you're not going to know this. Maybe if you played Quidditch Champions, you might know this. But what type of broom does the firebolt remind Madame Hooch of? Give you a second to think about it. And the answer is a silver arrow. If you got that, congratulations. You got it right. Moving on now to our 400 level question. Harry has two dreams before the Quidditch final. First, he dreams that he overslept and Neville had to play Seeker. What was his second nightmare? What was his second dream that night before the Quidditch final? He dreams blank. Give you a second to think. And the answer is he dreamed that the Slytherin team were all riding dragons for the match instead of brooms. Draco does mean dragon, so not too far off. Finally, your 500 level question, your last one. What type of hex does Professor Flitwick suspect might have been placed on the firebolt? So again, this was a movie change. In the movie, they gave Harry the firebolt at the end of the school year, but he actually gets it in the middle of the school year during Christmas, and the teachers have to test the broom for hexes because they're suspicious of it. What hex does Professor Flitwick think might have been placed on the firebolt? And if you said hurling hex, well then, you got it right. Congratulations. I hope you guys got all of them right, but let me know how well you did.